Alrighty, hello and welcome. So today we're going to be having a look at conversion and line graphs. Now they're basically similar sign, at least in these ones, that all of the conversion graphs we're going to be looking at are also just line graphs. And we can see that they're called line graphs for a good reason. It's because they've got a nice lovely line just happening down here, and we can see that. Now in this case, it's going between two different units you've probably heard of before, Celsius and Fahrenheit. So we've got degrees Celsius down here and degrees Fahrenheit up here. And I just want you to have a think about, what do we actually use these to measure? What is Celsius and Fahrenheit? You're probably more familiar with Celsius, but when do you see it? What's it all to do with? Well, obviously you'll know that it's to do with temperature. So this is a temperature conversion. Now here in Australia, we use Celsius, and in most of the world we use Celsius. So 0 is freezing, like water will freeze at 0. And 100 water will boil. That's how we define Celsius. But over here we've got the Fahrenheit scale. Now you've probably heard of Fahrenheit before if you've watched any cooking videos or watched any American YouTubers or anything like that, any famous people on the YouTubes or the Instagram or whatever. They might talk about temperatures of 150 degrees. And that doesn't mean that they're boiling alive. It just means that it's maybe 100 degrees is a pretty hot day in America. And so we need to be able to understand it too. I often use it because I watch a lot of cooking videos. And so when I want to preheat the oven to the correct temperature, well, I need to know what 200 degrees is, or 400 degrees is, or 350 degrees is. And Fahrenheit is often that way. So we're going to be using it to just convert. Now this actually has a rule to convert it, but it's a little bit of a complicated rule. And actually it'll be easier if we can learn how to read it off the graph. So let's have a look. So convert 40 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. Alrighty, so that's Celsius for C. So we're looking down here. Let's find where we've got it. Right there. And I want it to go into Fahrenheit. So let's go up, 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 up. I've gone up a little bit too far. Let me try that again. Okay, and now I'm going to move across. Have a look across. Zero land. Okay. So I'm going to say that 40 degrees in Celsius is 110 degrees Fahrenheit. And the way I did it was I first find 40 degrees where I want it. I look up and I keep going up until I hit the line. Yeah? So I look up until I hit the line. Once I hit the line, I start saying, okay, I don't care anymore. Sorry, just get us zoomed back in. So once I hit the line, I think, okay, I don't care anything more about Celsius. Let's look towards the Fahrenheit. So then we start looking this way until we read on the Fahrenheit scale how far up we are. Okay? And that tells us, in this case, it's 110. Alrighty, so the next one's going to be 80 degrees Celsius. Let's do that again. I'll show you it again. It'll look quite similar. Okay, so we've hit the line. Now I've got to go. Try your best to stay as straight as you can. See, I'm having a bit of trouble with it. I'm going to say that that's about, well, we could say it's about 175, 170. I'm going to say 170 degrees Fahrenheit, not E and F. Alrighty, so you see that's how you go through and read going from Celsius to Fahrenheit. But what if instead you wanted to actually go from Fahrenheit back to Celsius? Well, it looks quite similar. So let's rub out all of these old lines. And let's try it again. I'll do these ones in red. So this time I've been given Fahrenheit and I want to go back to Celsius. So this is what I'm using it for. Okay, set your oven to 140 degrees Celsius. Okay, well, my oven doesn't have 140 Fahrenheit, it only has Celsius. So let's find out. So 140, well, it's not any of these major lines, it's about here, I think you'd agree. So we're going to go across, 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 till we hit, and then we're going to look down. So 60 degrees Celsius. So you notice I'm doing the same process, but this time in reverse. Going right until I hit the line, and then heading down so I can read what it is. And I'll do the next one, 200 degrees. So we're going to go across, 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 200, all the way across till we hit here, heading down, down, down. Oh, that angled a little bit. I should probably try to go a little bit more down. Alrighty, and I'm going to say it was more than 90, so let's say about 95 degrees Celsius. Alrighty, so that's how you would convert it using this chart. Now the next chart I'm going to show you isn't going to be a Celsius to Fahrenheit chart. It's actually going to be a different one. However, the way we convert is going to be the same. So, here it is. It's actually a kilojoules to calories, so these are all ways of measuring things. So the first two you need to convert from kilojoules into calories, and the next two you need to convert them from calories back into kilojoules. Alright, so pause the video, draw up, see if you can figure out these ones. Alright, so let's start with that first one, 40 kilojoules into calories. So kilojoules is down here on the horizontal, so we're going to start here, head up, hit the line, and then read across. So in this case, it's going to be 10 calories. All right, let's do the next one, 100 kilojoules. So 100 kilojoules is over here, and then I'm going to look across. And hopefully, although my line isn't that straight, you'll agree that that's 25 calories. Let's try the next one. So 20 calories into kilojoules. So we're starting here at the calories. We're going across, 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 across. Hit the line here. And you should be able to see that that's going to be 80 kilojoules. So I'm just going to write that kJ. And the last one is 35 calories. So that's all the way up here. Across, 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 across. Until we hit the line. Once we hit the line, we look down. And you should see that it's 140 kilojoules. Alrighty. So, that's all we had to do today. Just these two little graphs. Hope it was nice and easy. See you next time.